some of those contractors to fix those roads. How are those deadlines, and any progress made on any of those roads?
Thank you very much, Chamberlain. Like you rightly said, usually when the road project is given, our timelines are given. But in the past 2 years, we've been able to achieve impressive progress on those timelines because some of these projects are meant to be completed sometime in 2014, others in 2015. But thus far, we've been making impressive progress on most of our major projects on the truncated roads.
Which ones are the major ones? Could you tell us some of them?
Well, the major truncated roads really are the north-south arterial route, like the Route A1 that starts from Lagos through Ibadan, Ilorin, Jeba, Mokwa, Kaduna, Tagina in Kaduna, then up to the border with the Niger Republic. Then you have the Route A2, which starts from Warri Port all the way through Benin, through to Auchi, Okene, Lokoja, Abuja, Kaduna, and all the way to Kogoloma, a border with Niger Republic also. Then, of course, you have the Route A3, which transverses from Port Harcourt through Enugu, Makurdi, all the way to the northeastern flank of Nigeria, up to Maiduguri axis of it. Then you have the longitudinal roads too, like the Lagos, Shagamu, Ore, Benin, Onitsha, Enugu, Abakaliki, until the border town of Umfom with the Cameroons. And you have quite a number of them. There are many of them. But thus far, these are the major arterial routes we are concentrating on as part of the transformation agenda of this administration in the road sector.
All right, let's start off from the trunk A1, because it's commercial nerve center of the country, Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. What's the current status of the road now, either contractual or construction?
Well, the Lagos-Ibadan road, as we speak, the procurement is ongoing. Only last week, we just completed the bidding process for selecting the successful bidder for that particular project. And last week, we transmitted the bid analysis to the Bureau of Public Procurement in line with the Public Procurement Act. And we are awaiting the no objection from BPP to enable us to award that road. You recall that it was initially concession in 2009, but because of the non-performance of that concession, the federal government revoked that concession and decided to handle it as an EPC project.
Why did we need a fresh bidding process? People would have thought that, well, if there was one before, all you need to do was just continue from there.
The bidding procedure for concessionary project is completely different from the bidding procedure you adopt when you want to now drive the project through the EPC model. That is the usual engineering, procurement, and construction model. It has to be competitive in line with the Public Procurement Act. And in the other model where you concession, the concessionaire is not necessarily a contractor. So that is the difference.
Perhaps, maybe, let me come in here. You should tell us what exactly has happened, because I remember then, last year, when it all happened, you promised the nation that that particular road will be fixed within 3 months. And as we speak, well, it's almost a year now, and nothing has been done.
No, it's not up to a year. What we did, immediately the concession was cancelled, we did promise that that road was going to be given due attention, and what we did immediately was to ask 2 of our major construction companies in this country, the Julius Berger Nigeria PLC and ROCC, to move to site in order to recover failed portions of that road. They did that successfully, and that particular operation under the Safe Passage Program of the Federal Ministry of Work ended by the end of January. And while that was going on, we commenced the redesign of that particular expressway in line with current realities on the road. And that design was completed by February this year before we commenced the procurement. Like I had mentioned, the procurement work has since been completed, and we've transmitted same to BPP in line with the Procurement Act. And we are just awaiting right now we are awaiting the due process certification in order to formally award the contract.
Well, good at saying you just talked about the clearing of the right-of-way. Is it true that the ministry never assisted by Courtney in the clearance of the right-of-way on that particular portion?
That is strange to me. That is not right. That is not true. The right-of-way that the ministry has originally on that road is enough for the concessionaire and the time to have carried out the terms of that concession. We didn't really need to acquire additional right-of-way in line with the concession agreement at the time.
Because we understand that was one of the bottlenecks that caused the delay, because I'm sure you must have seen that in the news space, that, well, the ministry never assisted them in clearing the right-of-way, and that caused a huge roadblock for them.
No, I think the truth is that financial close could not be reached on that particular concession, and that was what frustrated the concession agreement.
Okay, Mr. Member, let's go back to the bidding process. How many people bidded for that, the new project you want to handle, the EPC project you want to? How many people bidded?
We invited about 7 contractors. In fact, the BPP approved a list of about 7 contractors to bid for that particular project because we adopted the selective tendering method because it's a very important project. We needed to actually have an approved list from BPP where you have serious-minded contractors who will be able to do the kind of work we want to do on that major alignment.
Of these 7 approved by the BPP, how many of them are indigenous, and how much of confidence do you have in their ability to deliver?
In fact, all of them are Nigerian companies, so to that extent, they're indigenous companies, and in our book,